Who was the one when I didn't know my name?
I grew up on the south side of Chicago. My early life was actually in Inglewood. So I was born on the south side, raised on the south side, bred on the south side. I went to St. James Middle School on the south side. And, when I was in school, we would every morning, we would stand and say the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. And I always thought about those words in the Lord's Prayer, but that was my early education. I went from there to high school on the south side, college on the south side, and I think school was very important to my mom. I got introduced to the Lord at a young age, Haven Arrest Missionary Baptist Church on the south side. I was 7, accepted the Lord Jesus Christ at 7. I was baptized, and it was, church was fun then. Me and my brother were junior ushers and junior deacons, and my early fondest memories of church was passing out communion. My mom still has the picture. I had a suit, a little clip that said usher and white gloves, and they let me take the tray and pass it down. It was fun then. Church was fun. So I was installed as the 3rd senior pastor of 3rd Baptist Church in November of 2018. It was a blessed day. It felt to me like a real surreal moment. It was a long moment. It was, but I think in the time it took to do it was really us trying to bless the moment and to honor the legacy of this church, which is deep and rich. Reverend Fowler, bless his spirit, really did well in what he thought about in what the church should be, and doing what we need to do as pastoral leaders to bless communities. And he's very thoughtful in that. And then Dr. Ragland to serve 26 years to progress 3rd Baptist into the future was profound. And for me, being a young guy coming in under these two what I would call giants, I think it left me both with a beautiful responsibility, but a heavy mantle, because 3rd Baptist is a rich church. It has had a great past and a rich past, and now the Lord has called me to the place to lead it into the future, which I think is still bright. I think we're becoming more of what God intends, and I think that's who God is. God is a progressive, active God who just does not create and is done, but God continues to create, and in that the church is a part of that evolution. So it was a blessed day, and I'll never forget the moment. But I had the Lord blessed me with a good family, and I had a lot of aunts. That's my mom was very present, and my dad was present. But my aunts, all of them, really probably helped in some of my foundational formation. And I learned very early, I think, the responsibility to respect and honor a woman, because I'd had, good models of what a woman both requires and deserves. And for me, that's always been, I think, a part of my life. And so when I met my wife, I think it was interesting. We talk about it now, she and I, but we were where we needed to be for each other at the time when we met each other. I think that's the best way to put it. I was where I needed to be as a man, and she was where she needed to be. And I think us meeting each other when we did was profound, because it was interesting. We were where we needed to be, but we were also where we were vulnerable enough and open enough to be with each other. And we've never spent one moment apart from each other from the day that we met. And I love going home. I think my wife has one of the beautiful smiles I've ever seen. So the currency of my life really is to see that every day. I love to make her happy. It is probably my heart's greatest joy. And also in that, I pray never to be the one to cause her pain. And so I live and I move, and everything that I do is to make sure that, one, I make her smile, and to never be the source of her pain. Yeah, family life today for me it is probably one of my greatest joys. I have two little girls who I am a part of birthing them into the world, though my wife did most of the work. I love the fact that the Lord has given me girls, and the world has left us a beautiful burden to care for them. I think my future, as I would hope, is for God to use the currency of my days in life to advance His church in a real profound way. And the way I look at that, or think about it at least, is I always say that I don't want to be remembered for the what of the things that we do. The what. I would prefer to be known by the people we have impacted, the lives that we have changed, the ways in which the church and my life maybe has imprinted on the lives of others, and that imprint evolves and elevates their life. I'm always, witness to the fact that God never finds us in perfect and in imperfect condition, but God never leaves us unperfected, because His Spirit, as it imprints on our lives, takes us to places unknown that we, in our human self and condition, are unable to travel. But the Spirit of God takes us to higher heights. The question always is, do we have the human character to sustain the place in which God will take us? And I think the future for me is not just being a good church or the best church, and I don't work for that. I think I work for having the greatest impact in the community and the lives in which God has entrusted us to. However God allows us to do that work, I believe is a good future.